In this video, I'm going to go over the infrastructure bill that will be voted on in 2 days by the United States government. And I'm going to go over what's in the bill, some very interesting finds that I found that's really ridiculous in the bill. If I get you with the first one, please promise to stay through the rest of the video. How they're going to pay for this bill, the implications for crypto, and what I think is really happening in this economy. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to 2 Bitcoin while helping as many people to their first. I'm just a lizard-brained cowboy exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency. So if you want to roll with me and a whole bunch of other cowboys, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get right into this. So the infrastructure bill is a $1 trillion bill that is being passed by the United States government, by Biden, and it's here's how the basic breakdown of it is. 110 billion into roads and bridges, 73 into power, 66 billion into like trains and transportation, 65 billion into internet and broadband services, 55 billion to water, 46 into cybersecurity. However, what this image does not show you and me is that there are so many little nuances in here that get broken down, and a lot of that is into studies. Yes, that's right. The United States government is spending millions, if not billions of dollars in research and studies. And here's the one I want to get you with. The first one, and if you're surprised with this, stay till the rest of the video because there's a lot more. Limousine research. Yes, that's right. Limousine research. They are conducting a study on the safety of limousine research. So I have the bill here. This is the actual bill. I'm going to go ahead and hit Command F, right? I'm going to type in the word limo. Okay, limousine research. Oh, what do you know? Section 23015. We're going to go right to that. Limousine research, page 905. Basically talking about the capacity of 9 or more persons if it's safe with the poundage and all that. This is what wrapped up in this, this right here, these roads and bridge or passenger travel, 66 billion. A portion of that is going into roads and bridge or limousine research. How much you asked? It doesn't exactly line that out, but I got the amounts listed here for some other things. So some other things that are listed here are invasive plant research. Invasive plant research. Okay. There we go. Invasive plant elimination program. This one has $250 million allocated to invasive plant program. Now, let me ask you something. When we're talking about invasive plant program, that's obviously what came to mind when we were talking about water. Yes, that's right. Water or cybersecurity. No, water. That makes more sense. So when they have sectioned out $55 billion to water, they have $250 million of that allocated for invasive plant elimination. Like apparently we're not like in a pandemic, like not like a global wide disease is striking people down and it's causing people to go into panic and mayhem and shut down. And we, as the United States of America, must take down these invasive plants. This is great. $250 million of taxpayer money. Okay, so next one. The next one is strategic innovation for revenue collective. Strategic innovation. So we're gonna see. This is why I love having innovation for revenue collecting. Boom, right there. You know what that means? That means they are doing a research. They're doing a study. They're conducting a study on how to tax us more. They're using taxpayer money to conduct a study on how they can tax us more. So like the hand that feeds the hand. It's like, guess how much? That's funny, but guess how much this study is? It's $50 million. $50 million to research, not even to implement, to research strategic innovation for revenue collection. That's tax collection for you and me. So this is crazy. $50 million for that. Okay, the next one, wildlife. This one's funny. Wildlife vehicle collision reduction and habitat connectivity improvement. So what this includes is this is research on how deadly it is that animals, road animals, are getting hit by cars. Okay, no problem. You hit a deer, that deer might just kill you because that car wraps around that deer and wraps around you. Fine, but they also include this into building bridges for deers, like bridges, like trails and bridges for deers to cross the road. So they go up, they're like, oh yeah, I better not cross here. I'm gonna cross down there by the crosswalk. Guess how much this is? $350 million allocated to this. $350 million of taxpayer dollars is allocated to the research of how deadly it is to get hit by a deer while you're driving, and to build a deer crossing bridge. That's literally what it is. Go read it in the thing. This is on page 556. And then the last one is called the Civilian Climate Corps. These are just interesting things that I found. This one is $8 billion. Civilian, I'm just going to corpse, right? And so it's basically the Conservation or Civilian Climate Corps. What they're talking about here, and this is kind of scattered throughout, they're talking about here is like, what they got inspiration from was the Civilian Conservation Corps done by FDR back in the Great Depression. And the reason for this was because they didn't have enough jobs, right? They didn't have enough jobs to go around. And so they created this work program that, I'll show you what happens here, that what they did was they structural improvements to bridges, fire lookouts and towers, transportation, truck trails, minor roads, erosion control, flood control, force control, general infrastructure stuff. Except this one, it will not be doing this. They will be like planting trees. They'll be taking care of forests. They'll be taking care of, doing research on, actually, this is a true story. They will be doing research on plants that now produce clean hydrogen. And they will be controlling in like these little hubs around the nation. And they'll be doing research and demonstrations on how these plants contribute clean hydrogen to the world. Okay, love clean hydrogen. I want a Tesla. Whatever, like whatever magic that Tesla runs on, I want to be a part of it. But how could you possibly spend $8 billion? And this is over the course of years, right? And so this is not immediately, but $8 billion on like, it's like a Peace Corps, except for not Peace Corps. They're taking care of, they're gardening. So I don't understand. Look, how do you think they're going to pay for all this, right? All these improvements, people got to buy pay the workers, they got to buy the concrete, they got to buy all this kind of stuff. How are you going to pay for this? Well, I'm glad you asked. They've got a tax hike that's coming, a gas hike, that is a gas tax that's being implemented, a mileage tax that's being implemented, a corporate income tax that is going to be raised, and they're going to be borrowing money from who knows where, Canada, China, wherever they're borrowing money, that's what's happening. But this is a crypto channel, and you're here for the crypto, and so there are three things that us crypto people, we're a little nervous for. The first thing is their definition of brokers. They've expanded that definition of a crypto broker into a few things. One, it could mean stake pools, it could mean miners, it could mean developers, and it could mean traders. And this is very disheartening, because we need to know clarity, and that's how regulators operate off of that. And so this right here, let me see. This is an interesting right here. Boom. So Anderson Kill says like this: as Paley points out, the Treasury has reportedly said that it will provide clarifying guidance after the bill is passed to provide exemptions to firms that do not actually operate as brokers. So they're basically saying, hey, we're going to pass this. This is unlikely that the bill's progress will be delayed over crypto tax reporting language, right? Over the language. They're saying this is going to pass, right? This bill is going to pass. And we're just going to clarify after the fact. Boy, I don't trust the government. I don't trust anyone in there. I'm not trusting you to clarify on like your heart's desire. And who's to say that doesn't change 4 years from now when you're out of office, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are saying like, oh yeah, don't worry about us. We're gonna make it good. Don't worry. Let's just pass this bill. Don't even worry. We'll clarify it later. No sir, no ma'am. Not that. That is terrible. That's that's like saying, let's sign this contract, but you don't need to know the details. You don't need to just we'll talk about the details after you sign your life away and sign your money away. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The other two things are KYC requirements, and KYC is short for Know Your Customer. Basically, all the information, they just want that information. And the third thing is they want mandatory reporting for any crypto trades over $10,000. Okay, so if you move a Bitcoin, you got to report it. And if I'm reporting something, it's like the anti-spirit of crypto and DeFi. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my bank, my wallet. You have no access, no business into it. This is my personal data. Why would I report it to you? And so those are the three things, right? The definition of brokers, KYC requirements, and the reporting of over $10,000. And here, lastly, I'd like to finish off this by saying, look, everything here is fishy. I don't like it. Okay, you've got just taking a step back and looking at the whole world's what's going on in the world, right? You've got the Fed buying bonds. Like what's up with that, right? And this is not that video to get into it, but I'm sure there's other videos that kind of talk about like the fishiness of that. The Evergrande crisis, where this one Chinese company is going bankrupt. They own 4% of the whole world's like land. So and they're going bankrupt. Crypto is crashing, stocks are crashing, hyperinflation, money printing, trillions of dollars, and this infrastructure bill. Everything just seems a little shady. And I don't like it. It makes me a little concerned. Anyway, you just got to find a safe haven to protect your wealth, take care of your family, take care of yourself. Guys, that's what crypto's about. That's what Bitcoin's about. Okay? I mean, just honestly, there's a whole bunch of craziness out there. And then you've got the political unrest and people just not knowing how to talk to each other, and the civility is gone, and all this kind of stuff is gone. Look, take care of your family, take care of your friends. Me personally, I love God, I love my family, I love my church. This is my personal convictions. But we cannot. This is all manipulation, man. This is all FUD, and we need to find a hedge against, a protection against all of that stuff. And monetarily wise, it's Bitcoin. Anyways, guys, don't overthink it. Lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands, cowboys ride together because it's crazy out here in the Wild West. It's a brutal game, and we have to stay safe. Anyways, hit subscribe, give me a like if all this makes sense, and I'll see you guys later.